All right, so it's been a long time since I put a video up because I've been very, very busy. And this is going to be part 5 of the 6.5 liter rebuild in the 93 model Chevy K3500. The truck is done, and it's had a lot of modifications done to it since the engine was done. And it's got probably 3,000 miles on it since it was done. It's running really good. When Clay put it back in right after he finished building it, we had a little issue with putting water in the entire engine, which I got.
All the way up to the top.
Yeah, filled all the way up to the top. It's not good when water pours out your PCV
but
valve.
It was running just
and
fine.
It was running really good. We shut it off real quick, and we drained out about
10 gallons of water.
yeah, 10 gallons of water and oil mixed. It wasn't a good thing. But here is the video of part 5, and then I'm going to do a little video showing all the new modifications that's been done to it to make it that much better of a truck. We have a 24-foot gooseneck trailer that we are currently pulling with it. Oh, and it's no longer my truck. It's now his truck.
Well, the trailer's mine too.
Yeah, and the trailer's his too. Let's see if I can turn that finger the right way.
You gotta show him the tractor haul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the excessively overweight, not registration wise. We were registered properly for the weight, but it was more weight than probably the truck should be pulling. But it would pull it at 55 miles an hour.
And people talk garbage about the 6.5.
Yeah, with all the work that Clay's done to it, it's quite a pulling beast now.
It ain't a Cummins or a Duramax.
And he got the third gear synchronizer issue fixed, but we had to trade one thing for the other. So the first grainy gear is not working, but on the upside, it shifts really well from 2nd through 5th and reverse. No problem whatsoever. Anyways, here.
Bell housing is cracked again.
Yeah, the bell housing's got a little crack in it again.
Yeah. I bought a brand new uncracked one.
But anyways, here is the video that I'd taken for part 5. All right, so this head's tore all down, all the way down. Yeah, nothing in it, right? I did say that weird. I say things weird every once in a while. Every once in a while I say words that I don't think are in any dictionary. It's not on purpose, it's just the way they come out. So.
I haven't even lapped those yet.
So on a diesel, is it just like on a gas motor? Intake is the larger, exhaust is the smaller?
It depends, but boys, I don't remember. Yeah, I think so.
It's hard to tell the exhaust for the exhaust manifold. It's almost like center of. I'm going to say that yes, smaller is the exhaust. Now, what did you call these things? The little round? You called these pre-cups?
Yeah, it's a pre-cup.
Okay, and these have cracks in them, correct?
Yeah, a little hairline crack.
We can see a hairline crack, right?
Yeah.
They're actually removable and you can replace them. But from what you've read, there's no need to because they crack just as soon as you put them in there.
Yeah.
Or within just a few thousand miles.
Well, like 40 or 50,000 miles is kind of typical. But they're hard to find. And they're expensive when you find them.
Boy, that old diesel oil, it gets dirty, doesn't it? Hey, flip that thing down. Show us what you've done on the top.
Oh, a whole lot, yeah.
Oh, that scared me.
Yeah, I was trying to keep the scratch my thing.
All right, so everything's off of it. All the injectors are out of it, and the new 40 horsepower. And when we say 40 horsepower, are we talking about an increase in 40 horsepower?
Yeah.
Okay, so
they're not like 40 horse, like you're gonna have a maximum of 40 horse.
Well, you know, you said they were marine and the 40 horse, and I'm thinking they're for an outboard motor. But these engines were also used in marine applications, correct?
They still are.
And they still are. Okay. All right, here it is. Clay has got quite a lot put on it. Turbo's on, it's painted, valve covers are on. It's got the pulleys on the front. He coated the exhaust manifolds in the VHT ceramic coat. We've used that on several different motors. It works out well. He damaged the line that goes from the injection pump to an injector, so he's waiting on a new one of those to come in.
Yeah.
But it's looking good.
To the intake, so that's about as far as I can get.
He built a little wooden brace to just kind of help hold the weight.
Yeah, there's 4 little bit bolts holding that motor on the stand.
Yeah, Clay pointed out that yeah, the stand can hold the weight, but the casting on the back of the motor, I don't think it's necessarily designed for this motor to just suspend from the bell housing area where a bell housing from a transmission bolts on. It's also designed to sit where the motor mounts are. So Clay made the 2x4 frame just to hold the weight in the front of it, so
bolts are the same bolts.
we don't damage any of the casting.
The bolts are the same deal as a small block Chevy. So this thing weighs about 300 plus pounds more than a small block Chevy.
We still got a lot more work to do on the truck. We've got to get transmission out so Clay can rebuild it. We've got to do a little welding on the frame. There's a few areas where there's some cracks and some pieces that are broken. And then we've got to clean the engine compartment up and get it ready for the new motor.
Gonna wrap the downpipe in exhaust wrap.
Yeah, Clay, we talked about the heat issues that this motor makes. It doesn't necessarily cause so much of an issue in the cab as it does with the components in the clutch system. We've actually had the fluid for the clutch actually boil, which is, it's brake fluid is all it is. And we've actually had that boil, and as soon as that boils, you've got no clutch anymore. And the reason being is there's so much heat coming out of the exhaust pipes, and the slave cylinder just happens to be located like right in this area here. It's right by where the Y pipe comes together, and it produces a lot of heat on that. So we're going to try and correct that issue so that we don't go rolling down the road and end up not having a clutch on a nice hot day. Dixie, what are we doing? Can you tell everybody what we're doing? Are we taking out the transmission? So the Texas Turbo Turtle's getting the transmission pulled. Clay's going to rebuild it.
Say hi to Dixie.
But we're not doing that until we get the shift stub out past the floor panel.
Okay.
You should be able to see that from the front.
Okay. I got a giant dog in my
Yeah,
way.
you can do it sitting down. That's perfect.
Hey, see that flashlight?
Dixie, get.
Maybe that flashlight, so I can see the stub. I can see it from here. I can see the flashlight.
I could see it if there wasn't a
Well,
skid plate in my way.
Clay's going to tell you about it.
I can see it.
Okay, now when you go to lower this,
Yes.
you need to go slow.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to balance the left to right, and you and Clay are going to balance the front to back.
Okie
All
dokie.
right?
Y'all just tell me what to do.
Be careful. Just
Clay.
slow. Come down slow.
All right, it's coming down.
Tell me when to stop.
Clay, you're going to have to lower this jack some too. Why don't you stop right there,
Stop,
Will? Let's
Will,
let
stop.
Clay lower this jack a little bit.
Well, I gotta get the
Okay.
board out.
I'm gonna pick the phone back up here.
I gotta go.
Hold it. I don't see you.
Okay, stop. Clay,
Don't see you
we
glowing.
gotta roll forward now.
Yeah, we're gonna roll forward slowly, like together. You ready? 3, 2,
Woo, look at
a
you.
little further.
Alright, okay, now y'all are gonna have to come down a little bit again. Hold on, Will, let Clay bring his down a little bit.
Hey,
Just a little bit.
there's a
Okay.
transmission up there
Alright.
on the other side.
Well,
of the
how are
house.
you looking clear-wise?
Clear wise,
We can go forward.
looking good.
Okay.
Sorry for the little bit of a shaky video,
It's
but all we could do with the camera.
Oh, the getting off part's easy.
Dad goes, we just dump it off.
Just dump it over.
I can actually slip the jack out like this. Transmission. I don't know. Will transmission transfer case all come out from underneath the truck?
I think it'll go right out the front.
Nope.
Hey, if that block wasn't on that jack, we could
It
pull
would.
that out.
Why don't you go get that little red jack, stick in the middle, and pick it up?
Hey.
Take the block out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm still holding it.
And there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex in front of the camera. Its name is Dixie. It's Dixie!
Where you at, honey? How are you? What are you doing, baby? Hey,
Chop dog.
Dixie goes, I want my truck fixed. She says, I want to ride my truck. I haven't got to ride my truck for a month.
It's been longer than a month for her.
Has it been? No.
It's been 7 months.
We can put you in it and push you around with a tractor.
She goes, I can also stick my paw in your face.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I've gotten on the fences again right now. Whoa. Hey, Dixie.
She's drooling on you.
Baby, there's about 400 pounds of metal here. What's the guy?
Look at this guy. He's got old knees and he's pulling out a 400 pound set of transmission transfer case.
It's probably a 350.
No.
The transfer case doesn't weigh it. It's this right
Yes,
here.
we're aware.
This is where all the weight is.
400 pounds of train.
Look at the dead wasp.
I know.
Dirt daubers. Not wasp, dirt daubers.
I
It was
think
actually full of spiders because I broke the nest.
Spiders.
I think we can take the truck out of here now.
I got to put the ball nuts and bolts.
What are you doing, Clay?
I'm already building this transmission.
Trying to rebuild the transmission.
Yeah, trying to get all the parts back in order.
I see you've got a bunch of parts laid out here.
Yeah.
So are these the shift forks right here?
I don't. What are you pointing at? Yeah. That's the shift forks. They slide on these things like what I got in my hands. The slider.
So is this like a big Jenga puzzle?
Not really.
Not really. It doesn't fall over.
Well, I mean, it can. It's a very heavy one.
So the kit we got, does it replace the items you think need to be replaced?
Yeah, the only wear item in this transmission, as long as you don't break anything, is that's one synchro. That's one type. It's got like a brake pad material on the outside and on the inside on this synchro.
Okay.
And there's another kind of synchro that's just. This is off third gear, which is what our problem was.
Okay, I see that line of material.
And it's missing down there.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
That's what our problem was.
All right.
We had a hard time up, shifting in third, and then you couldn't downshift in third at all. What that does is when it gets pinched with a
Well, you
slider,
could. You just
Yeah,
you just ground it until it went in.
Yeah. What the slider does, or what the synchro does, is when it slides over, it pinches this. I'll show you here. That's the new
band.
synchro.
Okay.
And underneath there is a tapered surface, and as the synchro gets pushed up against it, it slows the gear down. so to lock in place.
Alright. Put the synchro down and show it to us.
The synchro. I mean, it's on that taper. It's tapered as well.
Okay, that's the new synchro.
Yeah.
And then that goes over top of it. How do you know you haven't got the piece upside down?
Because I set everything in order.
And you're putting it back together in that same order.
Yeah. And I know I pulled this up from underneath this. So this is the next piece. It's a locking ring. It's a pan. Well, some of them are pan butts, some of them are not quite. I got this pair of pliers here. This Ford has got some dimples in the ends of it. I can see that. Yeah.
Oh.
There's the little dimples.
Yeah.
That hooks in the track, and the end of the ring goes in a little dimple. And it
okay.
spreads it apart because these are really stiff. It holds the ring in there so it doesn't shoot out.
Can you show us how that works? We'll come around to you.
I like this thing.
Kind of like a snap ring plier almost.
Yeah, it's not. Doesn't have holes in the end of it.
Does Dixie help you with this?
No, not really.
Dixie, he says you doesn't help. You need to quit licking everything, girl. You're gonna lick something that's not good for you.
It's a possibility.
It's gonna ruin your high intelligence level.
Well, high intelligence level.
You're a smart girl, aren't you? Yeah. Dixie, let's look at his kid over there.
Kid, I want to take a couple things out of it so far.
Has it got bearings in it?
Yeah, and I'm not going to pull the counter shaft out. The lower shaft.
So you won't use all the bearings?
No, it was running fine, and I don't want to take it apart and mess it up. So, I mean, I could do it. I could have tried.
So this is a new synchro here, kind of like the third gear. See, notice it's all on the inside there. It's not worn out. Cool. So you're just going to replace the bearings that you got out,
Yeah.
even though they probably don't even need it.
Yeah, probably not.
And no, you don't have any chewed up teeth to show us?
Nothing's broke, nothing's chewed up.
That's a pretty heavy duty transmission.
Yeah. What I want to put in my pickup, well, I put Cummins in it.
You're going to put a Cummins in your pickup?
Maybe.